Welcome back. That was incredibly weird just then. Let me show you. As you can see, just here, I seem to be like just stuck on the spot. I loaded the save and tried to wander around like I am now, as you can see, so it's fixed. And it just wouldn't move. I was like, oh god, I can't move. And then I reloaded the save and everything was fine. It was just, that was strange. I was like, what is going on? I can't move. Anyway, let's go speak to Professor Alba and see what's going on with him, because, well, my students here are fortunate. I certainly wish my own meals cost this much. So, take the professor to the social studies room. Well, you've certainly pulled out all the stops, haven't you? So many areas of interest, from history to economics. Thank you so much. This looks like smashing fun. It was my pleasure to help, sir. Social studies is my major, so I hope you enjoy looking around. I've never been any good at this whole academics thing. One of these days you're really going to have to get over that. Being a bracer requires knowledge in many different areas of study. Go. Well, I'm itching to start looking around, so if you'll excuse me. Thank you again for showing me the way here. That was it? Alright. Well now, it's a nice change of pace. I see that you're studying hard. What? I expected something to happen as a result, though. It's like, well, I don't know where to go now. Miss Chloe. Oh, I was wondering where they were. Oh, you're all here. Hey, kiddos. Glad you could make it. Are you having fun? Yeah, it's awesome. I ate so much candy I puked. I told you not to be such a pig. Is Matron Teresa with you? Yep, she's talking to those people over there. Here she is. Good afternoon, all. Matron Teresa. Good afternoon, Matron. And thank you very much for inviting us here today. The children and I have enjoyed it greatly. Hey, it's Chloe. When's your play thingy supposed to start? We've all been looking forward to it. I see. Well, you'll have to wait just a little bit longer. Did you know that both Estelle and Joshua are going to be in the play with me? Really? It's gonna be so cool. What part are you going to be playing, Mr. Joshua? Well, how to put this? You'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Oh, by the way, are you guys still staying in Magnolia? Yes. Through the continued goodwill of the innkeepers. That said, however... Over there? Guys, do you want to see the costumes that will be used in the play? There are pretty dresses and suits of armor. Pretty dresses? Suits of armor? I guess I have your attention. I'll give you an exclusive sneak peek at them before the play even starts. Yay! I'll go too. I'll be backstage. Come when you're ready. Okay, now follow me. That's good thinking. Hopefully Clem doesn't overhear anything this time. Joshua, yep. Joshua is such a thoughtful boy. I didn't want to speak of this in front of the children. You mean... Yes, I've chosen to accept the mayor's offer. We will impose upon the Minorians no longer. I'll tell the children today after the festival. I see. That's sad, but I suppose you have no choice. Please don't look at me so. Glancel is easily reachable by airship. Moreover, I can look for work while I am here. If I save enough mirror, I'll be able to rebuild the orphanage someday. Matron. Now then, let us find the children, shall we? I'd imagine that they're a bit much for Joshua to handle on his own. Wow, this is so cool. I wonder if I could wear it. Not with how short you are. Wish I could try on a white dress. Well, you look like you're having fun. Huh? Where's Joshua? Where'd Joshua go? Mr. Joshua? He left after he brought us here. He said, wait here until the girls arrive. Something wrong? Eyes, nose. Mr. Joshua went looking for the guy with silver hair. Oh. Silver hair? Yeah, he helped us get out of the fire before. His hair's all shining pretty. What? So he's been seen on campus? Just a second now. Mr. Joshua was so surprised. What are you, dummy? Why didn't you come and tell any of us? Because I was in a crate. Estelle. I know. I'll be right back, matron. Yes, that's fine. Chloe, would you please go with her? Don't worry about us, we'll be fine. But by your leave, matron. Hey, you going too? Yes, I'm sorry. We'll see what to play. Yeah, it's gonna knock your socks off. But I like my socks. Anyway, let's go find Joshua. I don't know who that guy with the silver hair is. I suspect I do. But even without meeting him, he totally crapes me out. Yeah. Just a moment, please. Sieg? Scree, sorry. I need to ask you something. Did you see where Joshua went? Scree. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. Wait, is he headed? To the old schoolhouse down the back road, yes, shall we? It all comes back to the old schoolhouse. Hello? Hey, what's going on? Where's the fire? Don't tell me something's wrong. Oh no, it's no big deal. Okay, alright then. Just be sure to let me know if anything pops up. Alright. Right. So what's going on here? It's going to be that statue, isn't it? That's what I feel is happening. Alright. So the statue was in here. No? Okay, now I don't know, because this is like, the statue is the thing that seemed really weird in this place. And that's just at the chest. Okay. At least I know now it wasn't the only opportunity I had to get in here back then. Strange. I could have sworn. But it couldn't be. Joshua! Hey, you two. You need to stop making us worry about you. I almost had a heart attack when I heard you went chasing after some guy with silver hair. How did you know? Holly told us. Guess she saw you. She's a pretty sharp-eyed kid. I did follow a man matching that description out this way. But I guess I lost him. Oh my. He must have been pretty talented if he managed to give you the slip. Any idea who he was? I'm afraid not. I don't think it was our arsonist, though. I'd hate him as long as I could. I see. By the way, why'd you run off by yourself? My thoughts exactly. You could have at least left us a message. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. Who said I was worried? I was just pointing out the importance of teamwork. You're a terrible liar. Not 5 minutes ago, you were in a total panic. I was not. And hey, you were pretty concerned yourself. Thank you, both of you. A body has been Your attention, please. All play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Once again, all play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's almost time, isn't it? Yes, we should get into costume. The play will start soon. Alright then, let's do this. Oh, what about the guy with the silver hair? I suppose that all we can do is let Connor know and warn her to keep an eye out. The three then spoke to Connor about the silver-haired man, and left for the auditorium immediately afterward. Now I do know from Cold Steel 3 that this silver-haired man, if I remember correctly, if I'm tying it up in my head correctly, that is, could be tying it with the wrong person, but I'm thinking it's the guy who had the gravestone. Therefore I know how his story is going to end up, so I'll be interested how his story develops. But that does mean he was a member of Ouroboros. So it's like, So because of that, that leads me towards Professor Albert actually being part of the Septian Church. It's just that sort of like, they need to have representatives from both around, really. So it's like, that's where I'm leaning towards right now, based on what I know from Ghost Steel 3 and what I've experienced here. Probably wrong, but we'll see how it plays out. 30 minutes later. Wow, look at all the people. Okay, now I'm getting kind of nervous. You'll be fine, Estelle. This is what all the rehearsals were for. Besides, once we start up, you'll forget they're even there. You're the type who can only focus on one thing at a time anyway. Just one thing at a time, huh? Well, I guess I'll just focus on the boy in the dress then. That'll be easy. Okay. You two can have your little spatin of a time. Ahem. This year's campus festival is already a big success. Though we have many esteemed individuals here, such as the Duke and the Mayor, we can't afford to be intimidated. So just remember our number one rule and you'll be fine. If you're gonna puke, do it off stage. We've done a good job of keeping the festival lively so far. Now let's close it out with a real bang. Okay. Without further ado, the Student Council proudly presents Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Enjoy the show. In year 1100, of the Septian calendar, 100 years ago, Liberl was still a land of nobles and aristocrats. But commoners, too, held some power, and they were prodigious traders that grew more influential with each passing year. During this period, there was much friction between the classes, and the nobles and the commoners clashed often. As time went on, these clashes intensified. The intercession of the royal family and the church failed to end their squabbling. The stage was set for a final conflict. A year had passed since illness stole the king from his people. Our tale begins of an early spring evening in the rooftop garden of Gransel Castle. The streetlights shine on everyone, each bright with their own happiness. And in spite of that... here you are, Princess. Please, don't you think you should be going to bed soon, Your Royal Highness? Staying up so late can surely do you no good. It's all right. If I should fall ill, if that happened, then perhaps I could avoid becoming the last ember in this dying flame we call Liberl. Please do not speak of such things. Your Highness, you are the most exalted individual in Liberl. If you were to take your husband, you could take control of the kingdom. I will not marry. Despite my father's wishes, I shall not consent to it. But why, Your Highness? You have two fine men as suitors after all. One is Sir Julius of the chivalric order of the Imperial Guards, and the eldest son of a duke. And Sir Oscar, commoner though he may be, he has been recognized often in his battles against the Empire. Both such fine men. No one knows better than I the quality of their characters. Oh, Oscar, Julius, how am I to choose between you? Oh my, is that Joshua playing the role of the princess? Suppose that Jill has put a great deal of thought into the reverse casting business. Indeed, ma'am. He plays the role well, but the two maids leave much to be desired. Do you remember, Oscar, how we spent our boyhood days in this alley, running about and pretending our sticks were swords? I could never forget, Julius. In those days, it was all so simple, with you and with Cecilia alike. I treasure that time greatly. I recall how stunned I was, I would always conspire to play with her in secret, only to discover another had been doing the same. She was as lovely as the sight of the falling petals in spring. Indeed, fair Cecilia was like unto our very own sun. But her light would dim with each day that passed. The nobles and commoners, the fury of the conflict could never have been avoided. The princess's grief is easily understandable. Cruel fate mocks us so, for it is our very existence that has brought her such sorrow. Oh wow, that's so cool. I hate to say it, but that kind of looks cuter than the girls. Hush now and watch the show. Know this, Julius. The commoners' impudence can be tolerated no longer. If they should forget their place and no longer view us as their superiors, Liberl's power structure would surely fall into ruin. If I may, Father, it has been roughly 10 years since the Eastern Republic was founded. Perhaps the eventual seizing of power by the common people is inevitable in any state. Speak not of such repulsive events. What is freedom? What is equality? What is anything if commoners and nobles alike should cast all tradition aside? Better we should fall to our knees before the Empire's military and concede to their will. Father, this all sounds so familiar. They should make a story based around that idea of like the nobility versus the commoners. They should do that. Yeah. Now that's a damn fine joke up there. Let the commoners get all high and mighty and your whole society collapses. Grace, perhaps it would be best to keep our voices down. Oscar, I am expecting great things from you. If you can get the royal family on our side, we will have a great advantage over the nobles. And that advantage would allow us to seize power. But Chairman, I cannot consent to this. I could never use Cecilia for political gain. Always putting others before yourself, I see. Even though you now have the chance to become king, albeit only on paper. If you would refuse, it will lead only to a bloody uprising and subsequent revolution. The royal family, and surely the nobles as well, would disappear into the shadows of history. Chairman? Impressive. They've really done their research. I had severe doubts about this, ever since I first heard about the reverse role gimmick. The students have all put a great deal of work into this, it seems. The young bracers have had no small hand in this either. I do not wish bloodshed on anyone, revolution or not. I cannot simply allow Julius and Cecilia to die. As for myself, I know not what I should do. That's no good, I'm gonna be sick. Are you alright? You must have had quite a bit more than you could handle. It may be spring, but you'll surely catch your death if you sleep out here. Thank you, good Sir Knight. It has nothing to do with being a knight, but rather simple concern. I would have to be quite the young fool not to see what I must do. Got that right. What? Oh dear. My arm! Just a touch of anesthetic on the blade. Now if you'd be so kind as to sit still. Curse you, assassin, who sent you? Just a noble who wants you out of the picture. He wanted it badly enough to pay me up front and pretty well at that. All you need to do is die. I get it, not bad at all. So up next we should have... Oops, was got so wrapped up in it I forgot about my work. Long has it been since you have entered my sight, fair princess. Yes, Julius, it truly has. Can I help but notice that Oscar is not with you today? Back when my father yet breathed, the both of you were oft spoken of by the maids of the court. As you well know, your highness, the kingdom is in the midst of a crisis most dire, and as such, he and I may never be as close as we once were. I confess, I come to you today to ask a favor. What favor would that be? That you would allow he and I head off to the chivalric order of the High Guard and a young general to engage in a duel of honor. And that the victor shall be granted the great honor of becoming your husband. Exclamations! Quite dramatic indeed. Caught up in the conflict between noble and commoner, these two close friends have finally decided on a duel. The princess now realizes their determination and keeps silent. And on the day of the duel, two knights step into the grand arena of the royal city. Many have come to witness it, commoner, noble, and all social castes in between. Conspicuously absent from the proceedings is the one over whom they fight, Princess Cecilia herself. My friend, I fear that this was inevitable. Perhaps fate always intended us to meet in so base a fashion. Speak, that we may both be unburdened. If nothing else, for our beloved princess. We would cleave a path through fate with our own hands. But at this moment, my words and her smile seem lost. Has fear clutched your heart, Oscar? Perhaps. But what is this passion that pierces me to the quick? As I see you with blade drawn, I feel as though I've been waiting for this moment. Before this storm, by the name of revolution, should claim us both, we shall let fate decide our outcome. Yes, and may the goddess above see our spirits as they truly are. Come then, let it be done. On guard. I like they did that with the music. Impressive, Julius. I should say the same to you, but still you seem to hesitate. What troubles you, Oscar? Is this the extent of your skill? Perhaps the tales of your acts of valor against the Empire were grossly overstated. Ha! Jesus. Well done, Julius. Magnificent swordsmanship. Ugh. Oscar, your arm. I've had worse. 'Tis but a scratch. They actually made a Monty Python reference. Neither of our blades connected with flesh, not even a glancing blow. Your wound was struck prior. This is a tactic most low, Duke Radmont. Was this your intention from the start? I'll thank you to cease slandering my good name. Are you implying that I instigated this? Father, is it true? Did you? It's all right, Julius. My own inexperience has brought this about. Besides, I've received far worse on the field of battle. I'll put everything I have behind my next strike. I intend to kill you. Oscar. Very well. I will wager it all on my next strike as well. For the fair princess and the future of the very kingdom. He who lives, when all is said and done, will inherit the responsibility for all. And he who dies will watch over it all. From the realm of the spirits, such is also the pride of a knight. I suppose it is. Huh? No! Oh dear. Oh. Cecilia? What? Princess? Cecilia, why? You're not in attendance? Oh, Oscar. Julius. I did not wish to observe a duel between the two of you. Felt I had to find a way to put a stop to this fight. Praise Adios that I arrived in time. Cecilia. Princess. Hear me, all in attendance. Dismiss me and set aside your differences, please. Are we not all of Liberl? And do we not love this land? There is so little that separates us from one another. If you would but take your foe's hand, surely we could find a peaceful resolution. Your Highness, you need say no more. My vision fades. But what of you two? Will you not do as I ask? It will be done, my princess. At your side. Strange. Everything is floating. When I was young, I would sneak out of the castle down to the alley. Oscar, Julius, you have always had smiles for me. I love your smiles. So please, don't ever stop. Princess? Oh, this can't be, Princess. I'll do anything, please, no! Cecilia, you... Oh, poor Princess. I just don't understand why she'd do such a thing. Our Princess gave her life that we might stop this unending dispute. Compared to that sacrifice, what a trifle is the pride of a nobleman. Had we not been fighting, it would never have come to this. Only now, when it's too late, do I see our folly. Is this the fate of all men with the spirits still shackled to their flesh? Helios, great goddess of the skies, we now know of your great resentment. There is much that you do not yet understand, it seems. Oh? I grant you flesh. Granted you flesh to be your vessel, but your spirits still know more of freedom and nobility. Such contempt for it lies only within you, yourselves. So beautiful. Your beautiful voice I have never heard. It's amazing. Helios herself has graced us with her presence. The goddess. Incredible. Hear me, young knights. I have observed your contest. You are both courageous and strong, yet something vital within you is broken. It is as you say. Our own immaturity is what invited this fate upon us. Chairman, as your fate for the nobles and the monarchy blinded you to the fact that we are all but men, I am ashamed. Duke, you know your sins better than anyone else could. And you, all the rest of you, who have simply watched these events unfold, there is something fundamental within you that is lost as well. Strike your hand upon your breast and think well upon this. And now it seems that you have each remembered your hearts. As such, perhaps hope yet remains for Liberl, so long as you never forget the lessons learned this day. Oh, she has vanished. Oh, where am I? Princess? Cecilia? Oh my. Julius? Oscar? Have you both been called up to heaven as well? It's a genuine miracle. Princess? Oh, praise Helios. What? Why are the two of you here? And the Duke and the German? So then, I'm not dead? Almighty Helios. Helios has given Liberl back its beloved. Praise her for her benevolence. Oscar. Julius. What happened? Nothing that you need concern yourself over, Cecilia. The conflict is at an end. I believe that everything will be alright. You're being naive, Oscar. We still have a duel to finish, do we not? Julius. No, you still intend to fight. On the contrary, this match is concluded. And besides, this fool managed to get hit on his sword arm. But it would not do for a duel such as this to not have a clear victor. Thus it stands to reason that the man who fought with a significant handicap, yet emerged undefeated, should be regarded as the victor. Wait, Julius. Don't misunderstand me, Oscar. I have not given up on the princess. Once you are healed, our duel will continue. but with blades of wood, just as when we were boys. I see. Very well then, I accept your challenge. Have neither of you any regard for my own wishes? You are mistaken. You, my lady, shall judge today's match. I think it only fair for the victor to be granted a kiss. Surely everyone waits with bated breath for it. Very well. Eek! Don't they look marvellous together? Almighty Adios, look well upon this, and may this fine day extend unto eternity. Eternal peace to Liberl. Eternal glory to Liberl. That's lovely, wasn't it? Huh? There he is. Quite the grand finale. But no matter. And so the curtain fell on the Madrigal of the White Magnolia to grand fanfare and acclaim. And with its conclusion, an announcement went out that the campus festival had reached its end. The crowd began to disperse and leave the campus, each person wearing a look of contentment.